you're in the Netherlands? That's cool. I bet, with all the traveling and whatnot. Thanks for popping in to say hi. Alright, hello everyone. I know I am a little bit late today. My name's Poetentate, but I go by Poe, and thank you all so much for coming. So, I know I am... Oh, those things respawn? The aromatons that you can fight? That's interesting. Yeah, and I hope you get some good sleep and have a good time visiting your sister. But yeah, no, I'm like a little bit late. Of course, I'll go to 5:15 since I didn't get started till 3:15. I was getting some stuff like day job related done. And of course my printer never works when I need it to, quickly work. So I was fighting a lot to get some paperwork printed. And I've had a rather busy morning. Like, I've been pretty much go, go, go since I got up. Had to get up, pretty much like just barely woke up and then immediately had to help. It's a chicken coop cleaning day, so working in the chicken coop. I got some mail that I needed to organize like right after we got done at the chicken coop, and then I had an appointment to the dentist today. Oh, going to the dentist is always fun. My mouth feels sore. And then right after I had to run to the bank, and then I got back and I got like 2 bites of food. And I do mean that literally. Like, I pretty much just ate some goldfish. And then had to fill out some stuff for the day job. And then now we're here. So yeah, so was printing out some stuff. Oh, it was a lot. Mostly also I had accidentally written some numbers down, so I had to get that fixed. Oh boy. Alright, so enough complaining about that. Alright, so the thing for today is I think we 100%ed the Artisan Commission, if I remember correctly. We got quests done. We got all of the exploration done. And I think we did the same with the Alchemy Commission, that we got all the quests in the Alchemy Commission done, because I no longer see them or anything there. So yeah, because the last thing we were doing was that that guy who was trying to get assistance, confessing his love and would not take no for an answer. So we are back in the Artisan Commission because we are doing this multi-day task. We have one other multi-day task that we need to do after this. But we'll see. This is the 3rd time we're doing the Lumenflux Paxis. So it'll probably be the last day of this, and then we should get 20 Stellar Jade. And then we're going to go and check in the Alchemy Commission. We are first going to go... Oh, we are also going to go check on Qingji over here in the Artisan Commission. He wasn't in the Alchemy Commission. I thought he was. And then since we got all of the quests done, yeah, that's what it was. We're gonna explore the Alchemy Commission 100%. We'll start with that. And then we'll go to Scale Gorge, which I do have one quest, I believe, a short quest, for the Scale Gorge. And then we'll explore it, and if we have time, we will work on the main quest. I don't think we'll have time, but that means that this Sunday we can immediately start on the main quest on my next stream, because I do intend to get most of it done today. We might have to do the Scale Gorge and then the stream, but we'll see. The main quest, I mean. The reason we want to get back to the main quest so fast was because once again, they have decided that their newest event is locked behind the main quest, which is what happened in our last big event, which is why I was rushing through the main quest so quickly. Yay, some more tickets. I think it's 4 tickets now to to keep trying to pull for husband. I do believe we're currently at 40 pity, 45 pity for husband. I think I'll check again if we get enough enough tickets to be able to pull for him again. But yeah, nice. So we have quite a bit going on. I am religiously trying to avoid spoilers, but TikTok is just got tons and tons of them, because apparently what's happening is very, very surprising. And so or we all saw it coming, I'm not quite sure. But I was checking through the achievements the other day to see what there are a ton of new achievements that have to do with the new simulated universe expansion. But what I did see so this is the one we got at the end of the stream that I didn't come back for, is that one of the achievements is called Say Goodbye. Yeah, say goodbye. Bid the Xianzhou Luofu farewell. So I'm assuming that in the new expansion we'll be done with the Luofu. And so the next update might have a new planet. We'll have to see. But I did not think I would get this anytime soon, but I got hot-blooded. Defeat Cacolia without any of my allies being frozen in Echo of War. As you saw, it was a gold achievement. Now, I am going to show you how I did it, because you will be able to do it too, most likely, is you need this. You need to unlock this synthesis, Stone from Everwinter Monument. Once you unlock this, its effect is increase all allies' chance to resist frozen by 50% for the next battle. I used this before I did my Echo of War with Cacolia, and was able to get that achievement. So that's why I heavily suggest getting this to get that achievement. And then use basic attack at least 40 times when within a single battle in simulated universe. But yeah, you can see there are a ton of new achievements that have to do with the new simulated swarm disaster. Apparently there's gonna be a new like pathway, the pathway of propagation. I thought this was just another word for abundance, and so I'm like, oh, did they change the name? But apparently it's a new pathway, so that's interesting. I wonder where that will fit in the storyline, if we're getting like a new Eon or something. Looks like I got some text. Oh, from Locha. Hey Kaylis, sorry to disturb you, but there's something I forgot to ask. Like I said before, the journey of traveling merchant is mostly drawn out and boring. Do you have any advice for passing time when traveling, Kaylis? I would say chat with people, but he doesn't seem like much of a chatter. And do whatever you like is... I wish I could change this to, like, get a hobby that can entertain you, because, like, knitting, crocheting, painting, potentially, like, writing, any kind of, like, artistic, hobby that you could take up your time, but this sounds very, flippant. And then sleeping, some people could consider that, like, a waste of time, so I'll say chat. To be honest, I'm not great at opening a conversation, but with that coffin around me, a conversation is bound to happen. Is that what you've been doing in your journeys, Kaylis? Of course, that's what I do all the time. Sounds like you've got some insights. Thank you for giving me a sincere suggestion. I'll try it. But yeah, so from what I've heard, the new update really has to do with Locha. I am trying to avoid spoilers, but it is hard. Alright, Qingji. Kaylis, I want to talk to you about something. I feel like I'm losing motivation. Are you finished? No, there's a lot more to go. But whenever I think about how much work still needs to be done, I feel it'd be ages before I'd fulfill my master's dream. So useless. I still can't practice on my own after more than a century. Say, Kaylis, can you come and scold me face to face? The cheer up emotes Miss Ching Chue sends just aren't enough. They're not hitting the right spot. If you scold me really hard, make me feel shame and motivation from the depths of my soul, then I can finish my master's work. You've got weird preferences. I've never heard a request like that. I can't say that, but alright. Oh, okay, so I get a new quest instead of, having to just physically go see him. Okay. Please, Master Ryan used to scold me to cheer me up, too. His scolding always managed to kick me back into action, for just one day, though. Yeah, some people are into that. Alright, we'll go do this after we do, his little puzzle. And this is the third day of them, so we'll see if this is the last one. Alright, so this one goes through that bubble and then needs to go through here. And then this one needs to connect to that one. No, this one does need to be pointed in this direction. Because this one needs to be changed to this way, because there's no... And then this one needs to point forward. There we go. Alright, so he says next time, so apparently you're gonna do it more than 3 times. Okay. Oh, no, it disappeared once I got the chest. Okay, so it is 3 times. And we got our 20 Stellar Jade, which is nice. Alright, so let's go over and scold Qingji. Seems like he's one of those people that are into it. My man, what are you doing? I'm exhausted. I'm totally drained. Hi there. No matter who you are, please don't be bothered by my presence. I just want to lie down and be alone for a while. Oh, Kalis, it's you. I'd appreciate it if you could talk some sense into me and help me pull myself together. Humiliation can't keep you going for long. My man, I know that you're only a couple months old, but there are certain kinks in the world that you're going to have to encounter, and some people really do like the humiliation play. It does nothing for me. In fact, I even have the urge to laugh. Well, I think you should say something like this. I'm an idiot with no talent and a worthless bug who achieves nothing in his life. The thing on my neck is the most worthless thing in the universe. It's empty inside without a single idea. It's worse than a black hole. I'm feeling it. The spark of anger rising deep down inside me. Hold on. Alas, the feeling's gone. My master's dream. Yes, Master Ryan had been given me his precious time. I must complete the star skiff to fulfill his dream, otherwise the time will be wasted and cease to exist. I have to complete it, to make everything worthwhile. Kalis, thanks for coming here. I'll tell you when I complete the star skiff. Okay, we'll probably get a few of those quests to come and see him. So let's go to the Alchemy Commission. I'm trying to think in like what order to walk around, because this place kind of rambles about all over the place. If we clear out here, go down and around, we can pop out here. And then go here, go back, go through, over, around. It looks like there's a connection here that I hadn't unlocked. There might even be... Man, there's so many areas on this map that were just closed off to me. Alright. And I think we have, if I remember correctly, there are like 5 treasure chests that I don't have yet in this area. But yeah. Oh my gosh, my guy, I just left. I'm sorry, I was the one who begged you to start all this, but now I'm also the one thinking of quitting. What a waste of my time. I finally understand why you can't practice on your own after 200 years in the Artisan Commission. It's my mistake to waste time on someone like you. Oh wait, no, I was trying to be rude to him so that he would be motivated. I didn't actually mean to. Receive all texts about Qingji's fading passion after completing the mission, a teacher and a friend. I wanted to keep telling him to keep going and be nice, but he kept telling me to feed into his humiliation kink, so I thought, okay, I gotta start off by being like super rude to him. But now now I feel bad. I'm sorry, Qingji. We'll go check up on him on Sunday and see what's anything new has occurred. Oh, there's a lot to explore here. Oh, book. Gimme. Alright, and then we still have the bomb in our pocket that I'm not sure what we're supposed to use it for. Hopefully, there's only 2 areas left, so hopefully we'll use it soon, and I won't have to look it up on how to use it. Always feels a little bit like cheating when you have to look it up. But I'm also not gonna spend hours running around in circles trying to find it on my own. Alright, let's see if we can avoid the abomination. Ooh. Oh, there's a wolf. I love the, like, animal designs in Honkai Star Rail. Nope. 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 I'm like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Oh. Discovered by enemy my foot. Darn it. Was that the wind? I would totally steal these posters and like make a scrapbook for the Express. Yeah, my main concern though is that we make sure that we bring oh yeah, the only other thing we're also missing is we are still missing the last heron from the Heron Express. And I think if I'm keeping up with my 7 deadly sins properly, the last one we're missing is greed for our 7 deadly cycranes. So let's come over here, check out the benches and everything. Ooh. Sometimes when you're running around in this game, I get like really bad motion. I don't know if it's motion sickness, but like almost a headache from like how fast you can spin the camera around. Alright. Because it said that the bomb could be thrown in the water, and so this area and then of course the Scale Gorge are the ones that have the most amount of water. So hopefully we will be able to get rid of it.
There it is.
Doo-doo-doo. For the divine. Alright, got another book. I like that they've added, like they've added I talked about it briefly last time, I think. Like they've added the like advertisements going on over top your head. I think that's like such a like subtle but interesting detail. I am not paying a single bit of attention to it, just like real advertisements, because I tune them out really, really well. That's where I came from. Need to come over here and check this little crevice real fast. Nothing here, nothing there. I will have to say that that is my favorite task during the day, when they give you the break so many, usually 3 boxes or whatever. That's nice. Ooh. Long range skills. Run away. Okay. Do. Trying to make sure I check anything that's near the water to see if I can get rid of the...
I'm with you.
the bomb.
Let's wait.
I command.
Oh, that 100% looked like a piece of paper. I fully thought that was a piece of paper that I could pick up. Oh, a lot of branching pathways in this area. The background music in this area is really nice too. Can't throw it in the water there. My guy's just chilling, so I'm gonna ignore him. Alright. So there's 4. Only 4 chests left now. Oh! From Jing Yuan. Greetings, Kalis. The seated Divine Foresight is currently collaborating with the Tin Lord's Commission, Spiritfarers, in pursuit of a heinous crime. It requires your assistance. Might I inquire if you have recently received any parcels of mysterious origin? The bomb. Okay. I have it on me. Oh, this will be simple then. To be frank, the parcel could be from the Annihilation Gang. Those violent followers of the Rune author were trying to upend the Xianzhou with it. If you do receive parcels of such description, please hand it over to Qingzu at the Seated Divine Foresight. She'll forward the items to the expert at Tin Lord's Commission to handle it. Of course, if you have any other means of destruction that would not cause any danger, please feel free to use them. Just remember to update Qingzu after it's done. At present, I have urgent matters to attend to. I won't be able to respond for now. A dangerous parcel. Is that the bomb I picked up earlier? I assume it's the bomb. And then they said we could drop it off. Oh no, the description makes me concerned. The luminescent depths, the sacred and incorruptible holy waters of the Vidyahara remain calm and peaceful even today. It is said that the water of this ancient sea has special medicinal properties. Not only can it be used in the elixir crucibles to refine medicine, also serve as an anti-knock agent that suppresses the shocks and poppings during the quenching process. In theory, you can destroy the dangerous package here. Are you serious? That package contains a mini neutron bomb. Yes, the waters of the luminescent depths have flame retardant and anti-knocking prophecies, but this body of water is also sacred water of life for the Vidyahara people, symbol of their ancient beliefs. Do you have the heart to desecrate their beliefs with a weapon of mass destruction? Are you willing to break this peaceful tranquility? You've convinced me. Ha, great. Just listen to General Jingyan and let the Ten Lords Commission handle it. Okay, so if we can't just drop it off, we will give it to Xianzhou. I wonder if we'll have to spend like a moral a moral ticket to be able to drop it off in the to throw it in there. He did say if we had other ways to get rid of it, we could just get rid of it ourselves. I'm just concerned about less their religious beliefs and more accidentally killing someone. Because stars of wealth shine upon you. Because of the fact that, wonder if the boat gets in the way. It does not. Alright, because I'm, like, they reincarnate in those eggs at the molting or whatever they were talking about, so I'm kind of afraid of just, like, accidentally breaking any of the eggs and murdering someone. Okay, so we came around here. We have not... Oh, there's an area over here we haven't gone through. Alright, let's go through that first. Unexplored area. Oh, well there's a teleporter there, so actually let's go drop this bomb off. I've been wanting to do that forever. Okay, oh, but it's right where the main quest is, and I don't think they'd let us, I don't think they would let us, just drop it off and not do the main quest. So we might have to hold a moment for that. I'll write it down. The bomb. Xianzhou. Open 170 treasure chests on the Xianzhou Luofu. Oh, cool. We have 38 out of 38 right now. 278 achievements. He did say we could just throw it out if we wanted. I'm kind of tempted to just throw it out because I kind of don't want to give the Ten Lords the bomb. But at the same time, I'm curious if that would affect another quest. Being like, oh, we need firepower, and then it's like, oh, the bomb that we found is like the extra firepower we needed. I'm kind of curious. Because Honkai Star Rail does do a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit of the whole your actions have consequences kind of stuff. Make sure I get out of the way so this doesn't squash me. Nice. Cool, so this is an entirely brand new section of the map that I have not been to before. I said that with so much confidence and excitement, and then there was like nothing there. Alright, we'll go back. Ooh. I always think I'm safe when I go into the next area. Being like, haha, I crossed the doorway, you cannot get me, and then they just almost bite me in the rear end. And I'm just like, ah, you shouldn't be able to do that. That's cheating! That's cheating! Got it. Alright. Successfully avoided another battle. I was hoping that new area would give me a, like a chest or something, but no. Okay, we just need to go down here to check it out, and then we can come back up here. And then we have another corridor that I apparently did not walk on, or was blocked off from. Do-do-do-do-do. You all are fine. I'm not gonna hit you if you— I long range. Darn it. It's like, if you all ignore me, I'll ignore you. Oh, I've been getting a lot of warp trotters recently.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
I'll see you off.
This ends here. Is that it? In the name of Landau,
A will
Forged in ice never falters.
Follow my charge.
Here, this thunder.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Hope you're prepared. Let's go. Rules are made to be broken. Conflict is pitiless. The dead returns.
I got what I wanted. I wanted the warp trotter down and out.
Show no mercy. Here, this thunder.
Yeah, I gotta continue running because that could have just been the
No two are alike.
Okay, so I did get both them on the abominations. Oh, there's the warp trotter I'm missing from the map. We'll get it in a second. Let me just...
I commend.
Let's wait.
I'm with you.
I'd rather hit it with Gepard, but his range is just so not great. When that thing gets running, that thing can book it.
Repay.
Normally I would go for the summoner first, but the warp trotter has to go down first before it can escape. I have had it escape a few times, and then you have to find it again, and it's annoying.
Is that all? Show no mercy. A foregone conclusion. Here, this thunder.
No. Do not run.
Hope you're prepared.
Do
Let's
not.
make it quick.
Okay.
Battles are chess games.
60 stellar jade. Yep, okay, so that was the warp trotter we needed, and it's only another little side section. Yes, another 4 chests, but this makes it another 3.
Diamond in the rough.
Huh, I wonder what this... There's not even anything up here. At least on this side. Got toys. I wonder if it was interested in the food on this cart. Because we've seen that they're pretty docile and they'd rather run away than actually do anything, but they are a little mischievous, so. Alright, so we've gone through all of here. I think we went down this side path. Pretty sure we did, but if we're missing something... It's gonna bug me now that I don't remember if we went down that side path, so we're gonna go down it real fast. Bear with me, everyone. I'm so sorry. The goldfish memory strikes again. If I was renaming my channel right now, instead of Poetentate, I would name it Goldfish Memory, honestly. I wish that was actually an open door and not a blocked off area. Alright, we did not go up here, but there's nothing up here, so it doesn't matter. Alright, so we've gone through everything around here. So we should probably hug this wall so that we can get the stagnant shadow and probably a chest down here. And then circle around and listen to everyone in this area because we've already gone to the shops. And then we can go back up here, through here. And then down, and then we'll circle around here, and then we'll be done with the Alchemy Commission, and that'll probably have us in our first hour of game through, which means we'll be able to immediately go to Scale Gorge and get that quest done, do our exploration, which we're only missing the Warp Trotter and 1 treasure chest, and then we'll have everything explored, guys, and then we can get on to the main story. I wasn't actually expecting to be able to get to that today. But it seems like we're making pretty good time. If we don't get to it today, we'll definitely get to it Sunday. Like, we'll be done, we should be done with exploration. The Cloud Knights are on duty here. Please refrain from wandering around. If it isn't the mighty Kalis who rounded up the rebels with the Cloud Knights, I've long heard of your reputation. After being transferred to the Scale Gorge Waterscape, I wondered if I'd get the chance to meet you. And well, here we are. It's a shame that it's a bad time. I'm on duty right now. Just look at all these people going around their business peacefully. Who knows how many dark undercurrents still ripple beneath Scale Gorge waterscape, hidden just under the calm surface. Are there any remnants remaining? Yes, there's still a few disciples of Sanctus Medicus lurking around here, so long as the Arbor and the Legend exists, the disciples will never truly be eradicated. I'm stationed here to give the few people remaining here a sense of security. Seeing as you're in such high spirits, I can't help but think of my own child. But let's not go there. I've got my post to uphold, so I can't chit-chat. Is there anything else on your mind? Did you volunteer? Are they problematic? Vidyara? There sure are. The Vidyara lunarescent depths are near Scale Gorge Waterscape. That's where they undergo their hatching rebirth, and it's a sacred place. They don't like having so many armed troops around, so I can see where they're coming from. I also hope they can understand where the Cloud Knights are coming from, too. As long as the devils were not completely quelled, the Alchemy Commission delve will never see peace. Sometimes they even envy those Vidyara, you know. What's wrong? Because they can wash away all their troubles and get to start again with their hatching rebirth, but I have to keep on living with the burden of pain I bear. A few days back, I got a letter from the military affairs office asking me to undergo a test to check if I have any signs of Mara. But even if I do, so what? I'm determined to keep on standing here until the bitter end. All the situation won't last forever, I can promise you that. Okay. One guard I can speak to, one guard that I can't. Alright, we're gonna hug this wall. Courier package. This is an abandoned courier package. The owner must be very forgetful or very rich. Last words. Handle with care. Okay.
Did you hear that your chief alchemist is a disciple of Sanctus Medicus?
Oh, those people are gonna be petty for ages, being like, your chief disciple was part of Sanctus Medicus. You can't say anything to us because da-da-da-da-da. They're not gonna let that go for ages, I bet. The logistics industry, I went too fast. Parts to tremendous ship like the red blood cells and body courier package is one of them. A fruit stand? Fresh fruit with distinct edges. Those with weak teeth should stay away from it. Interesting. Tin Lord's Commission Spiritfarer, Han Ming. Tin Lord's Commissions are handling official matters here. If this does not concern you, please leave. Matters that you shouldn't know about. If you'd like to ask questions, please ask the Cloud Knight captain on duty over there. His name's Dewey. Anything he doesn't know is what you should not know either. You are a distinguished guest from beyond the sky with a stupendous fortune of becoming a special envoy to General Jing Yuan. You'll be accorded dignity all over the Luofu. But the Cloud Knights are merely the authority of matters in the mortal world. The Ten Lords Commission govern various long-life species concerns, such as death, sins, being Mara-struck, and so on. We are unrestricted by the Knights' authority, and certainly above them in terms of status. Oh god, these people. During such sensitive times, I humbly suggest that you stay within your lane and refrain from stepping out of line. You enjoy no special privileges here at the Ten Lord Commission. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'm going to drop you in a lake. Actually, I can hand you this package. If you... They need the Ten Lords to get it anyway. What do they... Well, no, we already know what they do. I'm going to ignore you and walk past you into an area I have not been in before. There's probably at least one chest out of the 3 I'm missing in here. Maybe some books? Some collectibles? I am very concerned when I play Baldur's Gate how long that'll take me to do. Considering I am a collectibles kind of person. Alright, it's one of those. It looks like it's open, but it's not actually open. I really thought there'd be a treasure chest in here. Is it really just the stagnant shadow? Really, nothing else but the stagnant shadow? Okay. I really thought there'd be a chest in there. I think I said that like 5 times. Oh, collectible. I can't take it anymore. When will this end? Are you alright? Thank you for checking in. I'm really not doing too well. A few months back, I lost touch with my favorite apprentice, but I've just heard that she's been sucked into the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Later, I learned that the whole city was hunting down our chief alchemist. Only then did I realize that Lady Don Shu had joined up with the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. I went away for business a while ago, and I came back to find the Alchemy Commission had been sealed off for investigation. I was told that many of us had been found to be colluding with the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Just last night, I ordered some razor-boar trotter rice, but the diner said they couldn't deliver it to the Alchemy Commission anymore. I'm guessing it's because even the trotter rice is joined up with the disciples. Enough is a month. This is Xianzhou profanity enough. This is, insert profanity here, enough. Ah, forget it. I don't want to dump my traumas all over you. I've only just realized, aren't you our esteemed guest from the Astral Express? Please forgive my rudeness just now. Is there anything I can do for you? Interesting. Okay, can't talk to anyone here. Can't talk with anyone there. We'll run around the tree once. Ooh, listen.
Can you just give me some peace and quiet?
I swear this model is used so often, and each time it's a Sanctus Medicus disciple. I hear you've been criticized recently. What happened? Haven't you just joined the Alchemy Commission for a short time? I was involved in a pretty absurd matter. Anyway, it's a long story. Why don't you tell me about it? We are colleagues, aren't we? Don't worry, I'm good at keeping secrets. It's just that I'm not meticulous enough in making prescriptions. Well, if the criticism is justified, you should just see it as a chance to train yourself to be tougher. If the comments are too harsh, don't take them to heart. You'll soon be over it. Who didn't make mistakes when they were young? It's part of the process for your age. Just take it as a lesson. Stop. Can't you just pipe down for a bit? You're giving me a headache. The sturdy and thick trunk of the ancient tree rises upwards like a black dragon, and it goes too fast for me to read off. Faint wind and lightning, so you realize you're just having tepnitis after lifting your head too quickly.
How did I get promoted to...
Okay, I have a note that we're supposed to be looking for 3 different books for her. Wisdom, Silence, and Delirium, but I have not even seen or heard about any of those, so we'll need to keep an eye out. Okay, so that's everyone up here, so let's go over here. Pearl Keeper. My team and I guarded Scale Gorge Waterscape for over 200 years, but we still have to witness it crumble to pieces in the end. When will the Cloud Knights withdraw from this place and restore its sanctity? That's putting it lightly, but then again, which Vidyara would be in good spirits after witnessing the desecration of our holy site? First there was a bloody conflict against the denizens of abundance, then the sedition of the inhibitor, Lune, almost shook the ambrosial arbor to its core. Now those clowns from the disciple of Sanctus Medicus have turned everything into a steaming hot mess. When I signed up with armed forces, I took an oath to defend the Alliance. After retiring, I became a Pearl Keeper, vowing to protect my compatriots during their hatching rebirth. But looking back, what did I actually protect? Truly, longevity is a curse. Hey, look at me. Once I start complaining, I can't stop. I've grown far too talkative in my old age, so please forgive me. Do you have anything you'd like to ask? I imagine if you blew up the bomb, she would have, she would talk about the bomb, like, the area came off. Oh, they probably even think it was the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and not me. Traveling healer is his disguise. What does he actually
Good
do
working
then?
today. You know, the big fella.
Ooh, another
News is
listen.
spreading pretty fast.
The word got out pretty quickly, huh? Even my sister came and told me about it. Well, it's caused quite a stir. So what exactly is going on? Why is everybody talking about it? Here's the story. A healer prescribed a pellet to a patient. As it turned out, the patient swallowed the entire pellet without reading the prescription in full. But that pellet, sealed in wax, was as big as someone's fist. The prescription laid it out very clearly that the patient had to cut the pellet open and consume the medicinal extract inside. I have no idea how the patient managed to swallow the pellet. As big as a fist? It's unbelievable that the patient could swallow it. Indeed, however, I'm not surprised by it. After all, I've dealt with all sorts of patients over the years at the Alchemy Commission. Oh yeah. You want to realize how stupid people are? Work any job that requires you to deal with the public. Quite literally anything that makes you deal with the public, you will soon lose all faith in humanity's intelligence. How did I miss this treasure chest? It's right there. What the heck? Please tell me that's new, because if I missed this, I'm so sad. I had 2 left, right? 2, yep. You notice an express box in the distance shaking, though the frequency of its shuddering movements are slowly diminishing. What's in this box remains a mystery to you. I bet it's the last heron that I'm missing. As you open the box, you feel a sensation of cold metallic material against your fingertips. Upon closer inspection, you discover a cycrane. Yep, I said heron, heron express. Cycrane, though. At the brink of a complete breakdown. Certificate, yawn. What's yawn? Yongren, the Cloud Knight. Quick, go save! Save Yongren! The cycrane's wings are fluttering weakly, just as its movements is about to stop, it suddenly widens its eyes and gasps for help. The cycrane speaks with great strain, as it knows its borrowed time is running out. Just as it finishes its words, the cycrane head greets the ground with a resounding crash, and now it no longer responds to your touch. In an instant of its collapse, thin sheets of paper slip from the cracks of its box, and you quickly pick them up. Okay, that sounds like a side mission, or a hidden mission, or whatever you want to call it. Confidential document from the seat of divine foresight. It records the entire process of Yongren joining the Cloud Knights. Codename 27149. Okay, so that's probably, okay, so another thing where we need to go to the seat of divine foresight. Alright, let me... Yongren. Okay, so that's not our last cycrane, but it was a cycrane. I have a few things to drop off. Can you just imagine, though, that, like, you're doing your job, right? That you're Xianzhou, and this guy who's been working with you to resolve the Xianzhou's problems, and also making new ones, but mostly resolving issues for you, comes in and is like, hey, I have some paperwork that you might be missing that talks about one of your agents, right? And you're like, okay, cool, thank you so much for getting us this. Do you need anything else? Because they're like still standing around, not leaving. And then he's like, oh yeah, I also have this bomb that I was told to give you. Like, the actual nonsense that would be so funny. Okay, let's squeeze in here. Alright, nothing in here. Trying to... Okay, so it's pretty straightforward until we get over there. I just gotta dodge these guys. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, one more treasure chest. I have all of them after me now. Alright, so there's nothing in there. I don't understand how I've missed the treasure chests in this area. I must have been really, like, determined to just get through the main quest and not paying attention at all. Okay, so now we're just missing one more chest. And that's it. But yeah, no, I still think that would be hilarious. It's just like, oh, some confidential documents that I found that I thought I should turn in and be like, oh yeah, thank you very much for that. And then it's just like, oh, also I have this bomb. Just actual hilarity. Also, Twitch, cool off. I'm not doing anything shady when I'm saying that. There's literally in the game. Please don't cancel me. Oh, there it is. Oh, doesn't look like I'll be able to get that chest without a fight, so we'll do that first. Oh, hello. I swear, it's like every single
Rules are made to be broken.
fight I'm having includes the Warp Trotter recently.
It's pitiless.
Let's settle this.
Let's make it quick.
In the name of Lenda.
A will forged in ice.
Never falters, but that's my last chest, and then we'll have this area fully explored,
Here, there's thunder.
You chose the wrong
which
enemy.
is delightful.
Show no mercy.
Eternal sleep.
The dead return.
Hope you're prepared. Let's go.
Ooh, I'm excited to finally be done with exploration, guys. You don't understand. Finally be caught up pretty much with everyone. Except for my equilibrium level. That's still behind compared to most other people.
Thunder.
Oh, I didn't show you where I'm at. I might still be at the same place I was at on Friday, or just like slightly ahead of it now. Because I think I was showing you I was working on Serval's traces on Friday. But I got all of her traces, so now I am working on Herta's. Got her thing unlocked, so I just gotta get through these traces, and then these last 4. But interestingly enough, when it comes to this resin, since they also increased it, not just giving this excess, not resin, the trailblazing power, not just giving us this extra bank, I usually never actually get fully to 240. Like, since I play daily, to use up the trailblazing power, I never quite get to 240. It never maxes out for me. So that means that the Scale Gorge, the one chest in the Scale Gorge, is the last one that I do not have. Evil abomination that resembles an ape has been spotted near the Alchemy Commission lately. Fell into the elixir crucible by accident that went through the refining process for 49 days. Oh my gosh. So when we defeated the ape, it fell in there and then it just like refined for like over a month. That's kind of hilarious. Alright, so as you can see, we have everything there. So let's go to Scale Gorge. Now we've done pretty good exploration in Scale Gorge, hence why I'm baffled that I'm missing a chest. Let's look at our quest line. So, what actually is this quest about? Oh, okay. I got this quest ages ago. Alright, so this one is way back when we saw a lady who's from, like, the Xianzhou version of PETA. Who bought some sheep from a person because she intended to let the sheep go free. They deserve to have their own lives where they don't get turned into food, etc. And then you have a man who owns a restaurant, and at his restaurant he suddenly has fresh sheep, like fresh juicy red sheep meat. And at the same time, the lady's sheep goes missing. And so she is accusing the restaurant owner of taking her sheep to eat them, while then he's stating that he did not do it. And so we are investigating that to see where the sheep went. Well, I will not say no to immediately finding the warp trotter. I was trying to change it to Capard. Failed.
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless. I'll see you off.
Want to see if I can get his, Okay, that's what I was waiting for.
Eternal sleep is not the dead.
I wanted his debuff first. Oh my gosh, it is ludicrously slow without the 2-speed on.
Rules are made to be broken.
Let's settle this.
Reach the end of the
Okay,
story
another
your own
60
way.
for the... According to Bina, this is where the released sheep went missing. Let me use DTing to search for clues in this area. DTing, my love! Footprints. They seem to belong to an animal, and I think there's more than one pair. Let's follow the footprints for clues. DTing, my darling. We better be able to kidnap this thing and take it on the Xianzhou once we get our own train cart to like, you know, decorate. A huge tuft of red fur with blood stains. It seems to be the sheep have suffered a mishap. I bet they just got ate by something in the Scale Gorge waterscape. Willing to bet. Oh, yeah, I bet they got ate by those. A wolf, can it even exist in the Scale Gorge waterscape? Let me check it out. I bet they ate the sheep. You're simply a walking, moving lunch. A pack of wolves watches you hungrily. They are hungry. I would never sacrifice D-Ting. Absolutely not. D-Ting's my baby.
Here is thunder.
will forged in
Yeah, I bet, I'm willing to bet the sheep got eaten by the abomination wolves.
Conflict is pitiless.
Is that all?
So how was everybody's September since yesterday was the last day? I am absolutely baffled that it's my brain's already in September, so I said September. How was everybody's August? I'm baffled that it's already September. It doesn't take you a lot of effort to finish off the hungry wolves. As you are about to check their carcasses, a graceful but sarcastic female voice comes from behind you. Oh no, you killed them. What shall we do? They attacked me first. Even so, did you really have to kill them? Humans are intelligent because we can decide how much violence to use based on the situation. Let me introduce myself. My friends in the Luofu called me Zongshan. Those who are closer to me also call me Zhangshengsheng. My friend, you may not be aware that you've killed an animal released by the Unshackled. They are a group that enjoys rescuing animals from dangerous situations and releasing them. Do you not understand that those are abominations? Your actions earlier not only undermined your own merit, but also nullified the good deeds of a member of the Unshackled. At this point, you might not be able to understand the belief of the Unshackled. Just be aware that these wolves are owned by someone. That's it. But the lady with the sheep was also an Unshackled, and I'm pretty sure your wolves ate her sheep. Your actions earlier not only broke the heart of the Unshackled member, but may also have enraged the merciful Eon. Who knows? The will of the divine is unpredictable. Yeah, because, Aha, put all of his divinity, knowledge, and power into a worm just to see what would happen. So, yeah, unpredictable is true. Members of the Unshackled wouldn't be happy to see their hard-earned merits going down the drain. Why don't you come with me to meet the 4 benevolent ones of the Unshackled and explain yourself? Sorry, it's the 3 benevolent ones now. Is this a new scam? I would say that, yeah. I don't think they will ask you for compensation. After all, money means nothing to them. They attach great importance to the intangible merits. Just see me as a tutor who recruits new followers and encourages people to do good. That sounds very cult-like, but okay. The 4 benevolent ones, the 3 benevolent ones should be at the Alchemy Commission right now. Let's head over there. What, so we can tell them that your wolves ate someone else's sheep? Oh, this kind of looks like a new area. Real quick, let me run around the circumference just to see if the treasure chest I'm missing is here. The dragon is so cool. Oh, no matter how much the ocean might be terrifying, the noises that come from the ocean, like that whale or orca call or whatever it was, are absolutely stunning. If I ever have to sleep to something, ocean noises, 110%. But unfortunately, the ocean is getting scary to swim in because lots of, I'm not saying lots as in a ton of people, but the flesh-eating bacteria, due to the fact that the climate's warming up, is becoming more commonplace in the ocean, so it's becoming a lot more concerning to even swim in the ocean because of that. And so, look, the 4 people over there are the 4 benevolent ones of the Unshackled. Let me introduce them to you. The woman on the left is Tanya, the leading figure of the beast faction in the Unshackled, and passionate about releasing powerful wild beasts. The wolves you killed were released by her. I think you've met the one next to Tanya. Her name is Binna, and she's the leader of the Nurture faction. This faction mainly releases rare, fragile, and endangered animals. Next is Heathman. He leads the Plant faction that is dedicated to releasing plants. Last but not least, that's Nanan. Their names are all over the place. The fellow is a local, but he's just been jointly ousted from the 4 benevolent ones by the other 3. It's because he likes to release the microorganisms in water. The other 3 leaders think he's not taking the act of releasing life seriously, so they called him leader of the Fooling Around faction and kicked him out. Microorganisms are the base of the food chain, and if they do not propagate, the entire food chain collapses. So you all should let him back in. Please wait here while I explain your incident to them. Zongshen approaches the four benevolent ones and talks to them. After a while, she turns around and beckons you over. So are we gonna tell her that we found that the sheep got eaten by the wolves? Zongshen, is this the young talent who is interested in joining us? Yes, this is Kayla. Some of you might have heard that name. This is the distinguished guest by General Jingyuan, the seat of divine foresight. When did I say I was joining? When you agreed to come with me and meet them, didn't you say yes because you wanted to do good and learn more of the ways of the abundance and the unshackled? No. Wait a minute, isn't this the person I hired to investigate the disappearance of the faunus red sheep? Have you got to the bottom of it? Yes, it was a bunch of abominations of abundance that ate your sheep. Don't worry, this hero Kalis already eliminated those monsters. I told you, I was attacked first. Eliminated them? You killed the wolves I released? How brutal. And you, Zongshen, what do you mean by abominations of abundance? How many times do I have to repeat myself? Those that receive Yaoshu's blessing are not abominations. So Tanya, you are the culprit. I released this faunish red sheep in the Scale Gorge Waterscape because I thought that area was free of beasts. Why'd you release the wolves there too? Shut up, both of you. The gold fringe alpha I released were all eaten by the sheep. You annoying— oh, alfalfa. Okay, my entire brain was like, what? Alright, so he put alfalfa down, the plant guy, and then she released the sheep that ate his plants, and then she released the wolves that ate her sheep. It's kind of funny. Your annoying alfalfa grew all over the place and disrupted the entire ecosystem of that planet. Oh yeah, that was the other thing I was gonna say about plants. Releasing endangered plants into the wild is a terrible idea, as shown by the fact that kudzu is now known in the US as the plant that ate the South, because it was brought here as like a ground cover, but since there's no predators for kudzu in America, it's just growing and growing and taking over things, hence its terrible nickname. It's like, if you're gonna do my minor is in sustainability, and then so I'm like, I know a lot about conservation of both plants and animals because of both my minor and major in college, and so like this is getting to me. You can't just haphazardly release plants and animals and organisms in the name of conservation if you're going to destroy the ecosystem that you're releasing into. If it hadn't been for your alfalfa, the faunus red sheep population wouldn't have boomed, and they wouldn't have been hunted to near extinction by the local hunters, and I wouldn't have had to buy them at a high price and release them. Alright, stop bickering. It isn't appropriate to fight before outsiders. Keep your mouth shut, you mineral water releasing clown. What's wrong with releasing the Scale Gorge spring water? At least I won't get embroiled in this ridiculous battle of the food chain. What exactly are you guys doing? You're releasing animals or holding beast fights? A certain suspended employee shouldn't be fanning the flames here. I'll leave you all to this. Hey, please don't go. I'll mediate their dispute. Everyone, please stop fighting. Although Case killed the wolves released by Tanya and ruined those kind efforts, he intends to redeem this error by joining the Unshackled. They'll do a lot of kind deeds in the future. How does that sound, everyone? My darling wolves. No, I can't accept this. I'm fine with it. After all, Kalis has helped me get to the bottom of the disappearance of the faunus red sheep. It's a nay for me too. This person seems to be violent by nature. Can they understand the spirit of releasing life? You all are doing it wrong. Enough, mineral water guy. Humph, I can't let him join us. I can let him join us, but I'll be especially strict with them. I have no problem with that. Someone seems to have sent me a message. I should reply to it. Awesome, your membership has been approved unanimously. I remember every new member of the Unshackle has to go through a newcomer trial. Let's discuss the trial to be arranged for Callus. Let me reiterate, I'm not joining. Zongshen has a point. Let's test Calus's abilities through the newcomer trial. That won't do. Now that you've killed my wolves, you must contribute the same amount of merits whether you join the group or not. That's the only way I'll forgive you. Why do I care that you forgive me? You are some random person. that I do not know and I will probably never interact with again in my life. And if you try to complain to other people about it, that, oh, he killed my wolves, everyone else on this ship will be like, oh, he killed the abominations of abundance? Delightful. Good work. So that's the thing that drives me mad in video games, where it's just some random person and we're required to go on like this 10-step journey just to get this random person's forgiveness that we don't even need. It's purely for like the morality spectrum of if you have infamy or just like, or if you're just famous or if you're infamous. I don't care that you don't like me. I'll ignore them and check the message first. Kalis, did you find the sheep? Dude, are you okay? Please reply if you see this message. Are you still alive? Almost forgot to report back to you, my apologies. I found the sheep, but they were all eaten by wolves. The wolves haven't had enough and wanted to eat me as well. I dealt with them already. Then I was taken to see a group calling themselves the Unshackled, and they insist I join them. What a bother. Then join them. Why? You're making me scared to join them. You know that the Alliance does not ban merchants who worship the Plague's author from coming to the Xianzhou and trading here. This open-minded policy is bringing quite a bit of trouble for the Realm-Keeping Commission as we try to maintain the peace here. This group, the Unshackled, is one such trouble. Sure, its members are law-abiding individuals and have not committed any crime. However, these people believe in... Oh, she types too fast. In the path of abundance, and that will accumulate good karma if they release living beings into the wild, thus earning themselves good fortune for themselves. They've started to release more and more creatures, and even including some invasive species. This is what I'm talking about! You can't just, like, throw random species out into the wild and call it conservation. Like, the entirety of the Florida Everglades is just taken over by massive snakes and pythons because people kept them as pets. And then we're like, oh, they've gotten too big and I don't want to take care of them. They're an animal, we'll just dump them outside and they'll do fine. Yeah, they're done fine, and they've taken over the entire Everglades because there's no natural predator to these giant snakes in Florida. It's just... oh my gosh. They're literally, like, creating bioterrorism. It's quite a headache for the Commission. That's why we'd like you to infiltrate the Unshackled and crumble them from within. Well, they're doing it great on their own. They're gonna start crumbling regardless. The Realm Keeping Commission will reward you lavishly. Me again. Does the Realm Keeping Commission not have any employees? I don't even know how to help you, even if I wanted to. Don't sell yourself short. All 6 commissions are recounting your legendary exploits, infiltrating the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and taking them down by wit. You're a professional when it comes to destabilizing such organizations. Of course, we won't force you. Anyway, thank you in advance for this business. The Realm Keeping Commission will reward you lavishly for sure. I guess I'm joining. Jingyuan is literally talking to herself. Probably go back and talk to the members of the Unshackled. I wonder whether they've decided what kind of trial to put me through. Fine, I'll take your trial. Kalish, you're back. I just discussed with the 4 benevolent ones about the newcomer trial. It's 3 benevolent ones now. Well, we have agreed that we should let you solve the problem at hand for us. I believe you can tell that the creatures we released have formed a food chain. Heathman's plants were eaten by my faunus red sheep, and my sheep were eaten by Tanya's beasts. This goes on, all the merits we've accumulated will be in vain. Plants can't fight. This makes them the biggest loser. I don't have to worry, as I'll never have such concerns. That's why our microscopic faction is better than everyone else. No, you can release microscopic organisms that are just as invasive and destructive as any bigger flora or fauna. One more word from you, fooling around faction, and I'll smack you. Okay, please don't start another fight. Anyway, the newcomer trial for us two, as the master and a student, has been decided. We have to solve the food chain problem among the 3 benevolent ones. Indeed. This is out of the question. Abandoning the way of the abundance will oust me from the team of life. If I were in danger one day and needed Yaoshi's help, I wouldn't want my merit account to be empty without a single kind deed that I could take pride in. You can do conservation in a way that's not bioterrorism. No way. Being a part of the Unshackled is glorious and meaningful. Oh, wrong voice. Finding the solution that meets the needs of all three of us is the core of this trial. So you want us to resolve your issue because you're too lazy to do it yourselves, which seems to be the running theme of the entirety of the ship, because that's what every single commission has made me do, is resolve their issues for them. This newcomer trial is quite interesting. Please allow us to discuss it in private. Kalis, follow me. The living creatures released by the trio formed a food chain and consumed each other. This has dealt a devastating blow to their friendship and beliefs. But how can we guarantee the living creatures they release won't form? How can we guarantee the living creatures they release won't form a food chain? You mean we should ask them to release the living creatures in different places? These traveling merchants have to look after their businesses on the Luofu. They wouldn't be willing to do that. I have an idea. Look, the living creatures these three love to release can form a food chain, but the same species won't hunt their own kind, right? Can you find the same genus that is both a plant animal and a predator and a plant? But the three benevolent ones are very stubborn. Once they've decided to do something, hardly anything can change their minds. Make them open a zoo. If they're so insistent on keeping all these animals, have them open a zoo so they can do conservation in a way that won't destroy the entirety of the Luofu's ecosystem. Let's find out the similarities among the creatures they like to release. There must be a kind of being in this world that can meet the needs of all of them. I am banging. This quest is making me want to absolutely bash my head in. If you can pass the trial, it shows that you have good potential. If you ask me, I think everyone from the Unshackled should endeavor to free powerful beasts from human captivity. No more hunting falcons or fighting dogs. Let them unleash their vitality in nature. Okay, so a zoo wouldn't work. After all, isn't it in line with the laws of nature and the way the hunt on the Xianzhou to allow living creatures to hunt freely in an environment suitable for them? Okay, so it needs to be some kind of pet. But a powerful pet. Charismatic megafauna pet. What's the matter, Kalis? What is your criteria? Our position is pretty straightforward. We aim to rescue and protect endangered species that are so overhunted and scarce that they can hardly sustain their population. Alas, it was for this reason that I released the faunus red sheep in the Scale Gorge waterscape. Little did I know that I was sending them to their demise. Alright, so we need a charismatic megafauna that's also close to extinction. Looking for me? What's your criteria? Capable of photosynthesis, easy to cultivate, and has no excretion. That would be a plant, the perfect creature to be released. Okay, so charismatic megafauna that's almost extinct, that has photosynthesis capabilities, can cultivate, and does not have any kind of excrement. That's gonna be difficult. The plant one makes it hard. The other two you could do. Okay, let's compile a summary and see whether there are any similarities amongst these three. Firstly, there's Tanya. She wants a free, powerful beast from human control. Next is Binna. Her goal is to rescue endangered species that are unable to reproduce. Lastly, Heathman. His criteria are the simplest, yet more demanding, as he's only interested in plants. In other words, we need to find an endangered species and a ferocious plant? It's so challenging. Do you have any ideas? A man-eating plant? Do you mean a carnivorous plant? That's indeed a ferocious plant, but I don't think there are any endangered species. If you've been to Van Vek, you'll know it's full of carnivorous crown flowers. Lately, there has been sightings of scary leaf walkers. Do you mean the Marstruck? On the Xianzhou, creatures with foliage growing all over their body. It's hard to say whether those things are humans or plants, but I don't think anyone would want to keep them in captivity. Do you mean mechanical creatures like cycranes and detings? Your ideas sounded outrageous at first, but now that I think about it, it sounds even more outrageous. What's ferocious about cycranes? Besides, people see them flying by all the time. They couldn't be endangered. If there exists a mechanical life species that is unable to be repaired or manufactured for some reason, it might fit the criteria. However, I've never heard of such a place. Belobog. I think I've heard of it before. Are you talking about the planet that has returned to the IPC's economical sphere recently? Yeah, Yaloli 8? Eurilo 6, thank you. How intriguing. It said that that planet was never heard from again after it was struck by a large-scale disaster. If mechanical life forms were present on such locations, most of them will be troubled with technological regression. In that scenario, they could be counted as ferocious and endangered. Your idea is promising, but there's a problem. This isn't a plant. His definition of plant is not what a plant is. I know where you're going with this. We can use broad definitions of plants to include mechanical creatures. Since you proposed this idea, you must know where a rare mechanical creature from Belobog can be acquired, right? Who should I turn to if I want to purchase a Belobogian mechanical creatures? Serval, maybe? After all, she owns a workshop. You there? I want to ask something. Serval, I want to get a automaton. Automatons? I get it. Every boy has an undying love for mechas, right? I've seen a mecha anime or two. Before we continue this conversation, let me get two things straight. One, those things don't have a cockpit. You can't sit in it. Two, they are weapons for Silvermane guards, not for sale. What if I fix one? I get that the guards won't sell me a functioning automaton, but if we fix those junk scraps that the guards don't want, your brain works pretty fast. We can't sell intact weapons, but won't be breaking the law if we pick a few broken models from the scrapyard and fix them up. Well, I'm gonna send you a coordinate. Go there and find me as soon as you arrive in Belobog. I have to go to an entire another planet to do this side quest. Oh, do we have to refurbish discarded products? Since this is a decision we made together, let's do our best to make it work. Let's set off to Belobog. This is no longer even on this planet. Alright, since we're happening to go to Belobog to finish that side quest, we're gonna first go through Scale Gorge and get Scale Gorge completely cleaned out, and then we will go back to that quest. Alright, so I am missing one chest. We picked up quite a few things to read while we were here last time in Scale Gorge. So. Zigzag to win. After seeing his High Elder statue yourself, you realize there's no truth in the room. Oh. Once a bit of the eye in the High Elder statue and threw them in the ancient sea to revitalize the waters when they were on the verge of drying up. It is so cool here. Awesome. Nothing hidden here. Around and around we go. Okay, Scaled Gorge does split off into some sections. Down, back, over, around, back, middle here. Okay, yeah, that should be an hopefully an easy enough circle to follow. Oh, our footsteps are wet. That's a nice little addition to the world. Okay. Not our missing treasure chest. Well, this place is infested with wolves. Okay. Whoop. Oh, getting caught on the coral. Oh my gosh, that scared me. Go back to what you were doing. Cool. Run around these guys. Oop. Man, there are so many more monsters now compared to the last time I was here. Okay, this is the guy who got me last time because of the long-range arrows. And I was trying to zigzag, but I zigzagged right into it.
Here is thunder.
Rules are made to be broken.
Conflict is pitiless.
So I wonder if because of the fact that we sealed the Stellaron pretty soon after it appeared on the Xianzhou, because I think they were saying if we did it fast enough that the Xianzhou would go back to normal and it wouldn't have any after effects from the Stellaron. So I wonder if we were fast enough. And I am going backwards. Gotta go this way. Hopefully we were, we sealed it quickly enough that we were able to, so they won't have permanent after effects like Belobog does, because Belobog's Stellaron had been there too long. Okay. Really, where is this treasure chest that I did not get? Is that a... Ooh? I was trying to figure out if that was a shiny. Ah! Darn long range. Oh, hello, sir.
In the name of Len,
A will forged
Can you
in ice.
imagine having teleporting abilities and then you always accidentally teleporting right into a fight?
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
But teleportation is like one of the #1 abilities I would want to have if I could have any superpower. The first one though will always be being able to speak, write, think in any language, real or imaginary, ancient or modern.
Made to be broken.
I would want it so much because there are so many jobs you can get as like a translator and whatnot if you had that ability to. And then also you could go into archaeology and a bunch of other things because you could look at any language and just straight up be like, oh, whoop. You could look at any language in ancient history and be able to immediately, like, be able to translate it and whatnot. And it's just so cool. The glimmering of the crystal clear Vidyara egg catches your eye. They are really cool. I would totally want to steal one if I didn't know that that was a horrendously bad idea. Because of how pretty they are. We'll steal Dunhong's one. So that when he goes through his molt, we can have his egg on hand so that the people here can't treat him terribly. See, because what I thought, because I'm only missing one treasure chest, was like, I thought it would be on this platform, because we weren't able to go to this platform in the main part of the game. So I thought it would be here. But it isn't. Oh, is the dragon still swimming around? That was like my favorite part of this area, is like the dragon that's swimming in the water that you can always see. See, why can't I throw the bomb in here? That's my question. Oh, dragon? Yeah, dragon. Should appear over here soon. Yeah, look at him go. Oh, it's so cool. Where the heck is this last treasure chest? There's literally nothing else here. So I don't imagine, like, I picked up some books the first time we were going through here in the main quest. So I imagine, like, you could come back and get those if you didn't get them in the main quest. But, like, I literally just need the treasure chest. Trying to figure out where I am. Okay, I need to briefly run over here. The design in this area is immaculate. See, I imagine I've already run past it or something. Or it's like gonna be in the last area that I look, and so anyone watching this is just like, will know where it is or will have seen it. And so then they're just going to be absolutely like destroying the headset, yelling at me. I've done that sometimes where like I'll see something that a playthrougher is looking for, and I'll just be like yelling at the TV like they could hear me or something. And being like, oh my gosh, if you just stop frantically running around for 5 seconds, it's right behind you. Or something like that. I think I'm being really thorough about looking around, though. Excuse me. Oh, there's the stagnant shadow. I'm really hoping it's in this area because I haven't unlocked the stagnant shadow. So maybe the chest is here? I don't like fighting that monkey though. Alright, I saw an investigate over here. Oh, just another egg description. I'm literally so confused on where the treasure chest is. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. If I have to get ambushed so I could get this last treasure chest, acceptable.
Here is thunder.
Cause that means I have every treasure chest in the Luofu.
Never falters!
Because I've also done all the multi-quests.
It's pitiless.
Though I have a few side quests that I've gotten that I need to
Show no mercy.
still do. Like apparently those books, I still haven't found those alchemy books that she wants.
The dead return. Conflict is pitiless.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
There we go. There it was. Okay, and then I just need to walk through these two parts. Now, I found all the chests, but there's only like a tiny bit left to explore. Like this note. Records of an early nation. Just to make sure I get all the collectibles, just like that note was a good example of. And then... Oh, I thought that piece of rock was another note. So that I can read them. I know you all aren't super fan of reading all the notes in the lore, but I want to read them. I've been saving them up instead of reading them immediately just because of the fact that I want to read them like all in one sitting. Ah, that dragon is so cool sounding. Oh, we love it. That is such a good design choice, and I'm gonna gush about it every time. I love seeing like mysterious, large, probably intimidating creatures in the background so much. It's why I like Subnautica so much. The first time that you see the Reapers or like have to interact with the Reapers is just terrifying. Whoop. Give him a moment to calm down so that I can explore the other side. Yeah, 100% before we leave here, we need to grab Don Hung's egg so that... Because he's like already banished, right? Eternally. Like anytime he's reborn, he will get immediately exiled from the Xianzhou, right? So we should take his egg so that he can molt and be reborn on the Express or whatever world he decides to settle down in peacefully and not have to deal with the issues of growing up on a place where everybody hates him. Okay, nice. Alright, so Scale Gorge is completely gone. How are we doing time-wise? Okay, we only have a little bit more time. Not long enough to get started on the main quest. So let's finish out this side quest. So let's get this side quest done. And then, next, on Sunday, we will immediately start on the main quest, which will be great because that means that we can soon get started on this Heron Express. Wait a minute, I fully explored. Wait a minute. Speaking of the Heron Express, I've explored everything, but I'm still missing a heron or a cycrane. And I fully explored everything. So 7 deadly sin cycrane. Oh, it's called the seven errors of cycranes. I think I'm only missing this one. Apparently I missed it in the cloud ford. Really? I missed it? I thought I explored really, really well. Okay, we're gonna pick up this cycrane, and then we're going to go and do that side quest, and that should be enough content to call it for a day. Enough to hit our 2-hour marker. Ooh, not that one. I want to know exactly where this thing is that I just passed right over it. Right here. Trying to... Oh my gosh, how did I miss you? You must have seen something else. This is obviously a cycrane, but it looks just like the huge dragon, one that hoards a lair of treasure. You can almost see wisps of black smoke rising from its non-existent draconic nostrils. At the moment, it is in deep sleep, the flames in its belly rumbling in anticipation. Beneath its wings and long tail, the package is like jewelry, unrefined gold, precious stones, and finely crafted works of art piled in hillock. Still sleeping, it uses the loot as its priceless implements of slumber. You know very well that a fierce dragon will stick to its treasure for as long as it's alive, unwilling to spend a single dime. In that moment, you have transformed into a little thief, hoping to steal the treasure from the vicious dragon, whether it is antique jewels or an impenetrable silver armor. Excellent, you have chosen wisely. You know the distant noises won't waken the dragon from its slumber. You're not greedy, you just care about a realistic chance of triumph. Removing the treasure farthest away from the dragon, that will be enough to feed and clothe you for the rest of your life. Just after you've made your decision, the dragon slowly flaps open its wings. The ensuing gust of wind knocks you back 2 paces, as though it was issuing a final warning. Immediately after, the dragon flaunts its weakness, exposing its soft white underbelly to taunt you. It has never feared humans. It kills them whenever it wants to, and eats them whenever it feels like, and none dare stop it. Once it even defeated a hero of unparalleled victories. Today, warriors and heroes are like mice compared to the hero. You are nothing but a teeny tiny thief, unworthy for which to raise an eyebrow. My scales are like plates of armor, and my claws are like razor-sharp halberds. Little thief hiding in the shadows, you're playing with fire. I could bring you to an eternal sleep with a sneeze. See, this is a quote, so I wonder if this is a quote from Smog. I have not actually, I'm gonna get hate for this, I'm sure. I have not actually seen any of The Lord of the Rings. I've only seen The Hobbit, and I have not seen any of the recent Hobbit. The only Hobbit I have seen is the animated episodes Hobbits that you got on like VHS. That's the only Hobbit stuff I've seen. But this feels like a quote from Smog. Alright. This is terrifying, and you tense your nerves at the thought of all these menacing lines the dragon could spew at you. Roll for spot hidden check. Successful. The dragon remains sleeping on his treasure, as if it hadn't sensed your approach. You also notice that some potentially noisy obstacles in your path, and should be able to avoid them. The successful spot hidden check boosts your confidence, making you quietly move one step closer to your target. You identify the gap in the dragon's movements and stretch your hand out into the treasure, gleaming with ruby light. You know that once it wakes up, it will be enraged and circling high as it flies and leaves you with no place left to hide. Strive for a slow but assured success. If you had enough time, you could slowly take away all the surrounding treasure, even under the dragon's nose. Be patient. Time is still your friend. However, this chest is heavier than it looks. The more effort you put into dampening the sounds of movement, the more exhausted you become, and you'll soon lose your grip. Darn it, what is in this chest? Just as you're about to strike, this courier cycrane drops straight out of the sky. Ouch. Oh, kind sir, it's you. Please help me up. Thanks. Spare me. Moi? Yes, who else is around here besides you? You and you. My memory is full, and the system is a little slow. Fix me, please. I'll reward you. Thank you. Quick. Alright, so we just need to get a space. That's easy enough. Just do this, and then rotate. Oh, we need 2 spaces. Alright, I need to rotate this back, then. And then do it that way. Great, thanks to you, my speech flows better now without stuttering out all the time. Ah, I got too greedy, and I didn't believe in streaming online media. If I find an immersion I like, I have to download it myself. Even if I don't end up watching it, I must download it. That's how you fill up your entire storage. As a result, well, as you can see, my memory was too full and I crashed. If it weren't for you, I might be a piece of scrap on the roadside. You're such a kind person. Ah, these things? They're just courier packages with unknown addresses. I'm not sure who stacked them all here, but it has nothing to do with me. Do you think I just kept all these for my own? I do have worth ethics, you know. I've been planning on doing just that. I have to find some of the text from the Heron Express to expand my memory. I can't even fit the top 100 anymore, and that's how little memory I have. If you were sent here to retrieve me, relax. I'm going back soon. You really are a well-meaning person. Here's a gift from yours truly. Keep it. Farewell. 7 errors of cycranes. Greed. Alright, this should be my last text from her. Oh. Did someone use my Gepard? He is a good tank. Get that greed achievement. They're all back! All the missing cycranes are back! Another piece of good news. The engineers analyzed the routes of missing cycranes and found some clues. We also prepared some rewards for you. You know where I am. Come find me. Alright, so that's the next stop on this train. Is to go and grab her at the... I thought I was free of side quests from you. I got you your book. Oh, I wonder if that's how I get the books for Yulo, the wisdom, silence, and delirium ones. I wonder if I get it on his quest. Because again, I've done all the exploration. Alright, let's talk to her, and then we'll grab the quest from him. Don't worry, I will do the main story quest next time. Like, starting off with it. We'll leave any side quests till after.
Have you made a delivery booking with us?
I just had like a really intense fear that I had left the game audio off so that you all couldn't hear it the entire time I've been playing. I just had to check real fast. It's fine, but nice. Oh boy, I just had intense fear. Yes, we've got all the records here. All the missing cycranes have returned. Here's a thank you gift from the Heron Express for being our ace cycrane catcher. Of course, you've mentioned before that these cycranes are actually equipped with intelligence. We verified that this is indeed true. Every cycrane can produce coherent speech. It's quite astonishing. You won't take that away from them, will you? Who do you take us here at the Cycrane Express? We'd never do anything of the sort. They're required to undergo recruit training, and as long as they don't break the law and can handle everyday work, who cares if Cycranes have a little intelligence? I mean, lots of bots at the IPC have intelligence these days. We've analyzed the missing Cycrane's flight trajectories prior to losing contact. Once all the other flight paths were accounted for, there was only one suspicious trajectory left. We've tried getting in touch many times, but it wasn't willing to respond at all. You guessed correctly. You're the first person we thought of. We just wanted to ask the cycrane designer why courier cycranes have been imbued with the gift of intelligence. Let us know. Yeah, we're interested. As the ace cycrane catcher, I'd like you to write them a letter asking why. Of course, we'll protect any private information from being disclosed, but for sure we'll send a letter over. She presents a letter prepared by the Heron Express. As she said, the contents are sincere, with no intent of placing any blame. All it's missing is a signature to sign off. Why do I have to do it for you? But sure. 7 birds in the hands is worth 1,000 battles. Help Heron Express recover all lost cycranes. They said that there was one more cycrane that they needed to deal with, or like one more entity, but they didn't give us any clues outside of the fact that there's one more, so I assume once we get the response from the letter is when this will continue. Like, she'll text us saying that she got a reply, and then we might be able to find either the last cycrane or the last entity or whatever. Okay. Oh, we have to go to the old man to get the robot. Okay. I think that's where the old man is. Yeah. The one that's retiring, but like not really retiring. That guy. Ooh, an ancient coin. Or maybe not. Serval! Kalis, it's been a while. Who's this lady next to you? Hello, my name is Zhang Chen. I'm Kalis' strategic partner in the purchase of mechanical life forms. Mechanical life forms? Strategic partner? Interesting choice of words. Before taking these scrap metals with you, I must ask you a question, and I'll take your answer as advance payment. Why are you so interested in the technology of Belobog? You tell Serval the whys and wherefores of how you joined the Unshackled. Treat the machines in Belobog as endangered creatures and release them to a faraway world in order to accumulate merits. Being isolated in Belobog for so long, it's hard for me to accept such a novel idea. Releasing machines. Everyone defines machines and living things differently. About releasing the machines, if it's protect certain animals from being harmed, then I can understand. However, the idea of pleasing the Eon through such actions is quite bold. Does it matter to Eons how humans behave? If there's someone, that's a typo right there. If there is someone up there who constantly reviews the morality of our actions, will we get our points deducted when we hurt a living thing and gain points when we rescue one? I'm afraid it's a sign of arrogance for humans to think that their actions are that important. No, I agree. That's what I think, too. Anyway, I don't expect the opinions of mere mechanic like me to hold the sway over the Unshackled. Since you regard these machines as living things, you need to at least administer treatment and bring them back to life. Oh, went down the wrong pipe. Things are slightly better than I thought. The technology used in these automatons is archaic. Oh, sorry, Miss Serval. I mean to say that this is vintage. As the presiding physician, I can't do all the work by myself. Kalis, I require your assistance. See that override module I brought? Try to remove the casing of the automaton and search for the right port to connect with the modules. Oh, I have to do it for all of them. Okay. The automatons are defunct to the core, however they might be salvageable if some of their key parts can be replaced. Got to do a little repairing. I'm learning a lot by observing what you do. Da-da-da. I'm gonna write that down though. It's like I'm not archaic, I'm vintage. That sounds hilarious to me. Phew, it's finally done. Repairing a machine is way more troublesome than smashing it with a baseball bat. I really like Destruction Path, Kalis. It's delightful. Oh, the engine is still running. This machine seems to be in pretty good condition. There we go. The lights on the automaton seem to be coming on. Is it hanging on to dear life, or is it the last flicker of a dead machine? Kalis, careful. You hear that sound? There seems to be something wrong. Mode activated. Kill. I guess we won't get to take this one with us.
Never falters!
Here, this thunder. Show no mercy.
We'll write that down while it's
Are made to be
working.
broken.
Not archaic, just
Conflict
vintage.
is pitiless.
I have a fun time with what I decide I'm gonna use for stickers.
Is that all? A will forged in ice.
Never falters.
Here, this thunder. Conflict is pitiless.
It's pitiless.
The dead return.
Dead return. Wow, this is indeed a world that has survived a catastrophe. Every automaton is ready for battle. Thank goodness, Kalis, and you are okay. Just assume these big guys can't rest in peace and have come to take revenge on you. Since Kalis has shown those automatons who's the boss here with their fist, I shall take on the duty of curing them. How's the work on your side? My job is almost done. Miss Sorval, thanks for your generous help. Kalis and I will be heading back to Luofu. We can't afford to make the Grandmasters Emeritus wait too long. Sure. Although there have been more merchant ships in Belobog recently, the city is still rather quiet and desolate. Please drop by whenever you have the chance. Goodbye. Well, it depends on how we convince them. Don't worry, I believe they'll be satisfied with our solution. Now let's split up. I'm sure the Astral Express conductor will freak out if we load so many automatons on the train all at once. So I've rented a transport ship with the IPC to bring the automatons back to the Luofu. You can take the Astral Express back. No need to rush. I'll set out invitations to the benevolent ones. We have agreed to witness the completion of your newcomer trial in the thriving land of Scale Gorge Waterscape. Remember to be there on time. Okay, back to Scale Gorge. But aren't we supposed to be bringing down the corporation? Not successfully doing their trial. They might just argue themselves into disbanding over whether a robot counts in their definition. Oh, I like that it actually, like, runs up on the sand like that. That's cool. Kalis, you're here. I presented our plan to the benevolent ones, but they don't seem too pleased about it. It's time to convince them with our silver tongues. Let's chat with them one by one, just like we did in the beginning. Man, they're far apart. Okay. This isn't what I expected from you. Mechanical creatures are everywhere, and the sky is full of those cycranes. Didn't you bring a D-Ting with you the last time you were here? And what sense are they endangered species? Besides, you two are required to solve the food chain issue among us to pass the newcomer trial. How can these mechanical creatures solve that problem? Well, you don't know everything about these creatures. These weak and helpless machine creatures come from a planet verging on destruction named, Yaloli 8. Nope. Miss Bina, I believe you must have heard of this planet before, since you're close with the trade reps of the IPC. I heard that this planet just resumed its trade lately. Oh, it breaks my heart to hear this. So, is this the last batch of mechanical life forms left behind on a declining civilization? Exactly! They are an out-and-out endangered species. As new machines couldn't be made, we went all out to to treat their lethal wounds. These little guys even fought valiantly to protect their human masters. Miss Binna, you'll gain a lot of merits by releasing them and freeing them from the crisis of their imminent demise. I got it. Indeed, these helpless babies are really worth releasing. Alright, one down. Oh, we did bring the other one. We beat that one up, so I was surprised that we're also bringing it. Alright, he should be the easiest because of his definition of what a plant is. Heathman, you don't seem too happy about this. I can understand the theoreticals, but are you sure this kind of thing is a plant? Capable of photosynthesis, easy to cultivate, and has no excretion. Plants are the perfect living creatures to be released. You said that, didn't you? Watch this. Zongchen opens the cover at the back of the automaton, revealing the override module you installed. Is it solar powered? This is a certain device that controls this machine, isn't it? I don't understand how it's related to my definition of plants. Well, it's an override module powered by a folded solar panel. Okay, it is. This mechanical life form before you relies on solar energy, which is photosynthesis, to move around, just like the plants you love. It has no excretions. Thanks for the reminder, Kalis. This little one will never produce any unpleasant waste. It's purely natural and harmless. Ethan wipes away the sweat on his forehead, looking distressed. So it's a plant? This is unacceptable. It can't be a plant. Absolutely not. It has to at least look like one. What does a plant look like? Must it have a huge trunk? Must it come with beautiful flowers? Or must it have a tuber buried in the ground? Could you draw me a picture of a plant so I can fix the appearance of this life form before you? I think you've got a point. So how did we do in this newcomer trial? It's a pass. I'm fine with this. Alright, and then these guys are battle bots, so for vicious creature it should pass. These people are actually causing me mental pain and anguish. Okay, mechanical creatures. That's a whole new way to look at this matter. Still, I must say the technology used to manufacture them is too outdated. I think I said before that the Unshackled should endeavor to free powerful beasts from human captivity. We must stop hunting for falcons and holding dogfights. Let them unleash their vitality in nature. These primitive mechanical creatures are poor, weak, and sickly. Every joint of theirs trembles, and the bolts of their casings threaten to pop open as they move. Alas, I guess we have to show you some proof for you to believe. Automatons, attack Kalis now! Listen, now's the perfect time to show Miss Tanya how powerful these mechanical life forms are. Okay, I was wondering why they didn't have, because the one with the frickin' saw arm would probably be better to use as an example of like a battle bot, but I guess it's because they wanted you to fight each of them at least once. Because the one with the saw arm would seem more like a Like more of a battle bot.
A will forged in ice never falters!
But yeah, I'm willing to bet that guy Todd is gonna send us on a side mission to find those forbidden tombs that Yulo wants us to find, and then we have to make a decision on whether we give them back to her or if we give them to Todd.
Are made to be broken.
Here, is thunder.
It exploded, so we should be down one battlebot. What a great duel this is! Of course, these wonderful mechanical creatures from Yololi 8 are enslaved and sent to the battlefield by their ruthless human masters. They sacrifice themselves and bear all the damage in the human stead. Miss Tanya, you'll gain a lot of merits by releasing them and freeing them from their heartless human masters. I understand. I have no more questions. This feels like we're bringing them together, not breaking them apart. They bought it. They really bought it. Oh no, I'm about to die laughing. Isn't this hilarious? They have worked out their differences and agreed to release the same living thing. Isn't this kind of happy ending worth our laughter? Okay, that's enough laughter for today. Let's go to the waterfront. These three Grandmaster Emeritus and I have just decided to hold a small release ritual there. Now that the three benevolent ones' food chain problem is solved, and their merits won't be undermined by others in the future, this is indeed something worth celebrating. If Yoshi knows about this, I'm sure they will share our joy. I feel like Aha will share more of our joy, but okay. Let's go and get some merits. Feels like when you're just like, oh yes, I will pay my way into heaven. It's not a good system. And the good thing about them being so broken is that they should corrode from the seawater relatively quickly and, you know, break apart and not be any issues for anyone. Except for the fact that the metal and all of the chemical components coming out of them, even if they're solar powered, will be an environmental hazard. But other than that, it should be fine. Again, the conservation knowledge in me is just like, nope. These lovely little creatures will carry your merits and depart to a bigger new world. Let's give them our blessings. Always be confident, my little darlings. The gracious Sanctus Medicus will surely illuminate your path ahead. Show your ferocious side like the beast, my warriors. Your valor is manifestation of divine power of Yoshi. Go ahead and thrive. My little blossoms of steel. Hey, what are you guys doing? Can you please stop dumping electronic waste into the water? Do you know how many innocent microbes are living in it? This is literally what I was talking about. Read the room, mineral water guy. They seem to be deeply moved by their own actions. I better not disturb them. I have a feeling something's amiss about all of this. Feeling dubious, you return to the exalting sanctum and idle away for a time. These side quests are longer than I expect them to be. Because some of them are like super short and other ones are like, bam, done. Well done, my friend. I got an official notification from the commission while I was on a job. Those three saints from the Unshackled are in big trouble. What'd they do? Go to the Exaltum Sanctum and you'll figure it out. I actually remembered where the stairs were this time. I love the design of this panel right here. I hope that we end up like going into the area underneath this because it looks so pretty. Ooh, wrong way. What did they do? You're here, Kalis. You should be ashamed. Thanks to your great idea, Tanya and the rest are in trouble. What are you talking about? We just offered them help at their request, that's all. You call that help? Now the three are bickering in the exalting sanctum. Check out the situation yourselves. Things are getting interesting. Are the three benevolent ones in the exaltum sanctum now? Let's find out what kind of trouble they're having. Why do you look so excited? Big trouble is looming ahead. Be serious. I feel like she's one of the masked fools. She's having too much delight in, like, causing chaos. Do we have to talk to all three of them again? It was Zuling cypress that had survived for more than 2,000 years. It was even older than me. Just like that, the tree was chopped off with a chainsaw by that thing. Do you know how much you have to pay for this? The life of a plant is priceless. Be serious. Plants can't speak. Be serious. Sure, sure. Please calm down, sir. I'll be serious. Turns out he can be serious. Sir, I'm innocent. It's all Tanya and Binna's fault. If they had been more clear-headed, they wouldn't have believed it was a plant. They could have stopped me and avoided all the damage that ensued. Don't pass the blame on to someone else. You must either revive this ancient tree or grow 2,000 trees as compensation. Your choice. Oh, I'm glad they actually have, like, a conservation team. Oh, thank God. You're leaving me with no choice at all. Indeed, you have no choice. Let's get out of here as soon as possible. Heathman is at the end of his rope and seems desperate. He might sell us out soon. Bail, 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 bail. Okay. Oh. Oh, where is she? The thing is pointing. Oh, she's right here. Holy moly, Tanya! How did you get so badly injured? I'm waiting for the rescue starship of the Alchemy Commission. I have fractures all over my body. It was doing of that huge automaton, the one called Grizzly. After I released it, it followed me to my home and gave me a tight embrace. Grizzly never forgets every favor it Grizzly never forgets every favor it receives. It did that to return your kindness. Do people actually, insert Xianzhou profanity here, repay favors like this? Alas, why didn't you lie down and stay calm? Why don't you lie down and stay calm? We're to blame. Exactly, if you two scoundrels hadn't bought me this cursed heap of metal, I wouldn't have... Hey, please get your facts right, Miss Tanya. Don't forget the three of you were satisfied with the solution we offered. Binna and Heathman, those two idiots. If they hadn't been so gullible, I wouldn't have accepted this outrageous solution. Especially Heathman. Plants? He looks like one himself. One day, I'll beat him up into a vegetable smoothie. Take it easy. When you've recovered, we'll come and release beasts with you together. Get lost. When I get well, the first thing I'm gonna do is settle the score with those two idiots. Then I'll deal with you two. Don't think you're gonna get away with this. I don't know. I have the Divine Commission on my side, so I feel like I'm gonna get away with it. Hello, Binna. What's up, Binna? Did you increase your merits after releasing the mechanical creatures? Don't even mention it. I've cried so much I can't even breathe. Sounds awful. What's happened? Why did that mechanical darlings we released blow themselves up? What? You weren't injured, were you? I'm fine, but the mechanical dartings started blowing up everywhere in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Once water seeped into the machinery, the Vidyahara dragged me to the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery and accused me of setting off fireworks illegally in the holy place of the Vidyahara. I had no idea that disrespecting a holy place was such a grave offense. The fine was exorbitant. I've used up all of my retirement funds. Did your friends help you? Since we are all members of the Unshackled, surely they did something when you were in trouble, right? Oh, please. Tanya and Heathman are just hypocrites. They refused to pay when I asked them to share the fine. When we first met each other, we promised to do good together. Now they've finally showed their true colors. I wonder how those two idiots were convinced. Can a mechanical creature be counted as a plant? What was going through Heathman's head? I like that they're both blaming Heathman. Tanya is the worst. If she hadn't insisted on releasing beasts, you wouldn't have brought those explosive mechanical things here. Take it easy. Aren't all of you practitioners of the way of abundance? Peace and harmony are priceless. Peace? Forget about it. I'll make them pay for the losses I've suffered. And the two of you, just you wait. Alas, no good deed goes unpunished. Poor things. How appropriate. Indeed, now that the Unshackled is in a mess, you've completed your mission. You can receive your reward at the Realm Keeping Commission. Don't ask so many questions. As your tutor, I must prepare some surprises for you, right? Look at how worried you are, Kalis. I'll take care of this. You don't have to worry about how this all plays out. I can promise you a happy ending for everyone. Oh, I was hoping she was a masked fool. That's what I want to discuss with you too, Kalis. Thank you for your help. Thanks to your brilliant plan, the 3 leaders of the Unshackled have suffered the consequences of their actions. Now they should be able to realize their mistake. Here's your reward. You deserve it. Please feel free to drop by if you encounter any issues. You're always welcome at the Realm Keeping Commission Chancellery. Ends above the means. Wait, what was that? I didn't actually read it. Because it said 1, so does that mean there are gonna be more? Got a few accomplishments. Complete 1 successful release with the Unshackled. Alright, let's see. Let's go to our store. We got another 2 tickets. Not that one. Oh, Sushang and Qingchui. This is what I was looking for. There's another 5. Not very much of a dip into my savings. I'm like tempted to buy these so that I can be done with this level and move on to the next equilibrium level. I'm very tempted, guys. Alright, so let's take a look in my bag, see how many pulls we have now. 13 and a standard. Ooh boy. Okay, let's start with our limited. So let's check our pity. I think we're at 45. I have 45 written, but I want to make sure. So it does 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and there's Kafka. Okay, yeah, it is 45. So this should be 55, so still pretty early, but please, please, Dan Heng, and I am at 50-50, so please, husband, please, 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 please. Ah, no. We should have more luck on the standard banner, because we're at 65 pity on the standard banner. And we would like a Eidolon for Miss March, please. I think she's the only one I haven't gotten on this banner so far. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Herta's banner. Alright, so I am at 65 for this, so I most likely am going to get a 5-star in this pull. Because this should be 75. Oh, really? Not at 75 either. Wow, it's going to make me go pretty far to get the 5-star in the standard banner. Okay, this is... I think she's a 5-star that's coming out. I've already gotten her light cone before. I would like a Dan Heng Eidolon, please. Natasha works. Okay, we got 2 light cone ones. is my Hertha? There she is. And then we got an Eidolon for Natasha, which is my first one, actually, apparently. Yeah, I definitely need more, because I definitely do need a second healer for the Forgotten Hall and whatnot. But that means that we still have 3 more of the limited banners, which is great. Because that means that I can... I only need 7 more, which you can see that I'm getting close in Stellar Jade. So that means next pull will be 65, which means if he's willing to come home for early pity, we might get husband then. Okay. We've got a lot of Strail, so let's go to the Starskiff, Central Starskiff Haven. Drop off these Strail to get some coin, some credits.
It's getting late.
It's not Mora here, it's credits. Okay, so I think this is infinite. You can just get as many credits as you want. That's one thing I wanted to check on. And then let's go grab that quest from Todd, just so we have it.
The people of the Xianzhou have...
You came at a good time, Kalis. There's something I want to ask you. I heard there has been thunderous noise coming from the Scale Gorge waterscape recently. Has something big happened? Nothing of that sort. I'm just curious about the happenings on the Luofu. Besides, aren't we close friends who help each other out? Looks like you were quite perturbed after helping with my research last time. I swear on Gnosis's name that your investigation will not be used immorally. Back to the topic, could you tell me what happened in the Scale Gorge waterscape? You talk about your experience briefly. The reincarnated High Elder has returned to his homeland, parted the sea, and stirred the waves. Just hearing you say these gives me vivid imagery as if I were there. Since I started studying the history of the Xianzhou civilization, I have been longing to visit the famous sites in the Luofu mentioned in the books. It's a shame that the Star Rail has become unstable since the disappearance of Akavili. The worlds are getting further and further away from each other, and the guild has gradually lost interest in the Xianzhou. My teacher, Bernini, was a fan of the Xianzhou culture all his life. He once wrote to me describing the peculiar ecology of Scale Gorge waterscape and the water that was full of vitality. Unfortunately, cultural study has always been a niche thing. Without the impressive result, a study would not be funded. In the end, my teacher never returned to his teaching post out of embarrassment and left to work elsewhere. As for me, I'm just a mediocre and untalented person. In fear of ending up on the same way as my teacher, I've wasted most of my life on things that would quickly get me rich and famous. Now that I'm getting older, I've decided to stay true to myself and come here. Help me, Kalis. I want to complete what was left unfinished by my teacher and witness the beautiful Scale Gorge waterscape before I am too old to walk. Of course, you can take some time to think it over. This time I won't promise you a handsome pay, as I understand the offer is humiliating to a nameless. After all, both of us have the same kind of courage. While we scholars study the unknown, the nameless pursue the unknown, right? Todd gets breathless after speaking too fast. He waits for your decision while catching his breath. Okay. Well, we got rid of a quest just to get a new one. But we will always take more Stellar Jade. Especially because daily missions don't give us Stellar Jade. Those 3 tickets. We want them. Alright, so everyone, we have successfully completely searched the entirety of the Luofu. There are still some hidden missions we gotta do. We gotta let's go visit Qingji one more time. Otherwise, it might just be something we have to wait a certain amount of real life days to get to go through. We are missing books, the Forbidden Tombs from Yulo. I might have to do some research to see how we get those. And then we need to drop off the Neuron package to Qingzhou and the note to her as well that we picked up from that cycrane. But we are making progress. Like I stated, I will immediately, on our next stream, which is on Sunday, we will get started on the main story quest finally. And afterwards, we will work on the event that's happening, this one here. Which looks like you'll get a free Sushang, which is pretty cool, and a free, an interesting light cone. Oh, it's a phone wallpaper. Okay, so they're introducing wallpapers. So to replace this here, the one with the planet, it looks like we'll be able to get wallpapers now. That'll be cool. Phone wallpaper. And it's the only one so far, so it'll look like this. Oh, that's really cool. I wonder if they'll introduce like a friendship mechanic or something so that you can get one for each character that you own, kind of like Genshin with the banners. We'll do that, and then once we have gotten the up-to-date main quest and then our event done, we will come back and get these last few side missions and companion missions done, and then we will finally be up to date with Honkai Star Rail. Huzzah! And then I will be able to show you all my Genshin account. We are making progress. I'm still refusing to do the desert quest because I hate it, but we'll get to it eventually. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely day. And a lovely evening, a lovely weekend, whatever it is for you, and goodbye.